Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. This is great. All right. You're still going to have to go to work. But thank you so much for being here this morning. One of my friends said to me, only Joyce Elliott would think something happened at 9 o'clock is sunrise. And she's exactly right. But first I want to thank Senator Mark Pryor for being here. I know he was here earlier and he had to go. And Senator David Pryor, I've spent a great deal of time with David Pryor out campaigning. And thanks for the person who is making so much of a sacrifice by showing his upper lip and everything else, Congressman Dick Snyder. Yes, so great to have them here. Yeah. And thanks once again to President Clinton. I know he's been very busy. It is true, we do call on him to say, you can go out and talk to folks, will you come? It is very true, Mr. President. Thank you so much for being here. It always matters. Always great to have him home. You know, when I was listening to Mr. President talk about jobs, and sometimes this is not the stuff that captures us unless, of course, we don't have one, and then we really pay attention. But it took me back to those days of teaching, and I love poetry, and I was determined my kids were going to love it as well, and they did because I taught them so they could. But it made me think about Walt Whitman and that wonderful poem called I Hear America Singing. I hear America singing, because America is singing in that poem, in case you don't remember. America is singing because it is a celebration of work. I have a job. We're celebrating the seamstress. We're celebrating the boatman. We're celebrating the carpenter, the people who make this country run. I want America to sing again, just like that. Just like that. And I believe, and if you are a pessimist, if you believe we can't do things anymore, if you're one of those who are constantly supporting these policies that send our jobs overseas, rather than make it possible for Terry McAuliffe, the way Mr. President mentioned, to bring jobs back home, think about that. The imagination to think about going to China, we don't do this very much anymore, and bringing it back to this country on our soil to make America work again. We can do this. We just have to be very clear. I think it was Paul Valery who said, if you want to realize your dreams, you must wake up. We have dreams in America. We have dreams in America. You know, we used to dream, and we knew they were going to come to. What are they doing behind me? I don't even want to look back. Now, we are here this morning because we have decided to do and experience what Henry David Thoreau called morning is the most delicious time of day. So we've awakened in this most delicious time of day. But it's time to be awake and go out and work for those dreams. Because for us to talk about it, for us to just be excited here in this room is not enough, and I know you will do more than that, because so many of you are working on this campaign and doing the right things. But when I was growing up in South Arkansas, in little bitty Willisville, in Nevada County, when I was a student at Southern Arkansas University as a mule rider, when I went to school at Ouachita Baptist University, yes, I went there too. When I was a student there, I had dreams for the state. That's why I made a commitment to this state. And I think my opponent does not know me very well. That might make some sense because he hasn't been here very long. Because he's made some vague suggestions, I think, and this is what I'm getting out of it, that maybe I will just go to Washington and just become whatever somebody tells me to do. You know the names he uses. That is the best evidence that he doesn't know me. Because those of you who have been in Arkansas, we've been here working together, one thing you know about Joyce Elliott is she's nobody's lackey. Nobody's. You know this. So, suffice it to say, I had dreams about this state when I was a kid. I had dreams about this state as I was becoming educated. And I was willing to put it on the line, go to work in the House and the Senate, to work as a school teacher, and wake up from my dreams and realize the possibilities of what this state can be. That's what my life has been about. I'm not just about rhetoric, I'm about work. I'm about results. I have spent my days building people up, not sitting somewhere doing opposition research to tear people down. That is a big difference. That is a big difference. I have not one day have I ever tried to keep anybody from voting. Not one day, because that's a part of the American dream. You have a job, you can vote, you take care of your families. These are things we take for granted. So please understand, if you want somebody in Washington, you need to send somebody you can trust. Who do you want? Somebody who's been building people up or tearing people down? Who do you want in Washington? Somebody who, when she says she's your friend, she really is. She's not on page 141 tearing you down. Who do you trust? Who do you trust? So, I'm awake this morning. I'm awake this morning, and we will remain wide awake. And know this, because you're not out there. It is not just in Pulaski County that we are waking up and making sure we realize our dreams. We are working hard in every one of these 8 counties. The people in White County, we were there just a few days ago, people on the streets are stopping us and telling us how excited they are about this campaign. We spent a wonderful day. Congressman Snyder was along, so was David Pryor, and so was Dale Bumpers. We had a wonderful day in Yale County. Just know this, because you're not out there. It's good out there, folks, but be awake. Be awake. You know somebody in these counties. I'm going to stop, because in a minute we're going to leave here and head straight to Faulkner County. It is possible for us not to just dream. If we wake up, we continue to go to work and be fearless and undaunted. Because let me tell you, I was a school teacher for 30 years. I'm fearless. I'm undaunted. So, and what keeps me going is I love Arkansas. I love my country. It is worth fighting for. I, along with you, will absolutely make sure that America continues to sing. Thank you.